One of the things that I am passionate about and something I've been working on a lot since I left the Congress is manufacturing jobs in this country. I have worked for a number of companies who have been facing unfair foreign trade practices, and I have worked hard for different companies that are threatened by subsidized imports, by imports that are dumped into this country for different reasons, and the law firm that I was associated with was a law firm that represented only domestic companies, and with very few exceptions. At one time I represented a Canadian lumber company because I was opposing the Bush administration imposed taxes on the import of Canadian lumber, which was a tax on homes being built in Wichita, Kansas, okay, that nobody ever learned about. And anyway, it was an outrage. But the work that I did was representing domestic companies that, in some cases, they were really being victimized by unfair trade agreements. In the Uruguay round, for example. I mean, I could go on chapter and verse, but I don't want to bore you with all the details. But I'm going to be saying this tomorrow morning at the press conference, is that when people say to me, well, Buy America provisions in our defense authorization bills are protectionist. And my response to that is, do we want to be a great global power, yes or no? And if we want to be a great global power, we have to have a manufacturing base in this country. Yep. Are we going to wake up in 10 years and expect to buy everything that we need to defend ourselves from the Chinese? I mean, is that where we're headed? And in 10 years from now, you can bet that the Chinese are going to be able to build airplanes and tanks and everything else cheaper than we can build them. You can bet that. They can do that right now. And does that mean we're going to buy everything we need from the Chinese? I say no. And not only no, but hell no. So we have to develop policies that will really make sure that the manufacturing base of this country stays here. And I don't know for sure what all those policies are going to look like, but I'm just telling you that if I'm elected to the United States Senate, I'm going to be doing everything I can possibly do to make sure the manufacturing base of this country stays here as a matter of national security. And we have to start dealing with this stuff, straight up. I get so irritated with these ideological purists, and they can pontificate in the classroom about some of these theories, but I have seen about enough of the implementation of these theories to realize that if you continue down on that road further, we are going to be in a situation where we're going to lack the capacity to defend ourselves. And people don't understand right now that there is not